What is going on, everybody? Welcome back in another episode. We Won Florida podcast. Panthers are hot. The boys are cooking and looking good. So we just saw the Hurricanes. Just a, if any of you Hurricane fans that just maybe would want to send like any type of comment or post or tweet or whatever you want to call it. Um, just hold it. Do a little self reflection on your team because your team absolutely sucks. And you
Oh,
guys are going to be first round exits this season. Mark my words. Okay.
I don't know why you act like we're talking in. This is a Panthers podcast. You act like you're talking to me.
Anyway,
Well, I gotta say I disagree with you, man. Because they're gonna lose in the third round in the Eastern Conference Finals. Come on, get
Yeah,
swept.
yeah. That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would be
going to
poetic.
get swept. He goes a step further.
That's what they do.
um,
That's what they do.
Well, they won one last year to break like a 15 game
Oh, that's
streak or something.
true. That is true. They did win a
But
game.
they broke like it was like a 12 or some game streak of losing the Eastern Conference Finals. But
but you know what? Let's not lower ourselves to their level. Let's stay they have a decent team over there, but
My TikTok was bad enough.
yeah, we I'll tell you what though, this past week for anybody that is on TikTok or that follows us on TikTok, I caught some hate throughout this past week there over some of my statements last week. On Petrie, on Mackey, and Forsling and or Ekblad, and they might have been listening because the following game they all got a point, and I don't know. I caught some flack for it, and I'll take it. You guys can say whatever you want to me.
They don't
Doesn't
boo
hurt.
nobody, so it is what it is.
Hey, if I shout or call people out and they go out and they each have a point the next game, you guys can say whatever you want to me. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, 8-2 on the last 10 games, I believe. As we stand, this is what are we, Tuesday night, just wrapped up the second Hurricanes game. So sitting in a playoff spot, I believe, as of now, wild card spot, maybe tied, but with some games on hand. And let's just kind of, obviously, looking good. The last few weeks have been good, but run down, how are you guys feeling? What do you like? What do you see? What do you got?
we talked about how at the end of December, near Christmas time, where we have to be, in the points or whatever in the standings, and we said it's going to be really hard to get there with the teams that are on the schedule, like Tampa, Carolina. There's obviously the Avalanche, the Stars earlier in the month, and in this last stretch, we have seen the best hockey of the Florida Panthers season, 8-2, like you said, and the Panthers have put themselves in a great position here. Going into the Christmas break, no game until the 27th. um, with 42 points in a wild card spot and still waiting till a week or two for Matthew Tkachuk. So really, really good spot right now for the Cats.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. How do I feel? Man, how do I feel? Merry Christmas, boys. Merry Christmas. Cheers to Sam Bennett, Bob, Marshan,
All of them.
all the
All of them.
boys. All the boys, man. This has been a team effort for sure. Cheers to all of them. Thank you. I can't, I'm going into my to our well, everybody's break here. Mine, like, I mean anything to the team or anything like that. Yeah, that's funny. But nah, buddy, you still gotta make TikToks. You nah, but um nah, we're they're at peace of mind. We're at peace of mind. Nate's not gonna break his glasses. It's all good.
This is the good pair. I can't break this pair.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, me and Nate were personally there for that first Carolina game in person. I mean, that was honestly the most electric I felt at a sports event in some time, man. It's it's
I,
been crazy.
and obviously that game was pretty exciting at the end, but I feel I went to a few games during the losing streak, and I feel like the fans have been like looking for a reason to explode. Like it just feels like even when they're behind, the energy is there in the building. It feels different from years past. And I don't know if that's just me, but and maybe the Carolina game, just the intensity that the game got to, but it just felt different. And I don't know. I think that energy brings life into the building, obviously, and um, feeds this team. So yeah, I really have enjoyed the games that I've been to. Obviously, um, we were also there for Saturday's game. All of us were there for that one, and I kind of I don't want to say I expected it, but I did kind of prepare myself for it. And you guys obviously know, and watching this, most of you guys listening probably also know that I don't take losses too well. I know that they're part of the team, but um, Saturday's game was one that I was okay with. And maybe just because of the fashion that they won in Friday night, but I think I kind of sat back and looked at the game. I mean, Friday night, AJ Greer took a beating. Some There were some guys that took some hits. Obviously, physical game all around. And then it goes into overtime. It goes into a shootout. Schedule hasn't been super friendly. I think it was like 7 games in 11 days or something like that. And then to
Yeah.
play a back to back after that game, I just didn't expect too much, and obviously we didn't get too much. So yeah, that's my take on that. But the couple days rest to come back tonight against Carolina was definitely a boost, and then now we got some more time to rest and get back.
Yeah, I mean, I said before that this little homestand, I was like, man, we got to win this Blues game. I've been converted because I changed my mind because of the many reasons you just listed. Um, you know, Mackie too. The no, whatever Nate wants to say, but obviously he's banged up. He hasn't played. Um, and just like little things, and obviously the back to back's tough. Um, going up against that absolute mean behemoth of what Periaco? Is that how you say that?
Pareko, yeah.
Periaco? That guy's mean, man. That guy's like
Yeah.
Mikula, but just Canadian version. But man, that's not a guy you want to go up against when you're banged up. Dude, I saw him all over the ice, man. And he was just like every time I swear he was talking to one of our players.
Remember
Just
he was really good in the Four Nations
yeah,
also.
well oh my God, JT Miller still got PTSD, war flashbacks from punching himself in the face from that. But yeah, that was I mean, whatever. And it's honestly like I don't even care anymore. I mean, especially these two wins over Carolina, it's just like I don't really care, but it's fine.
Yeah, when you play that long overtime physical tough game versus a team like the Carolina Hurricanes, they've seen the playoffs. Whenever the Hurricanes see the Panthers, they're trying to come out fast and be aggressive and match their energy. And it's going to be a tough game. And obviously, like you said, Greer was banged up, Mackey was banged up. You go into a back to back against the Blues, it's going to be a tough game to win. To come out the next night and have the same energy level, So that felt like one that was just going to slip away, and it did, but it was right there for them until they give up a goal in the remaining seconds of the second period, and then they're tired, coming off the back-to-back the third period. That's a lot of ice time. I remember we looked up and Seth Jones was like playing the whole game, and I was like, give him some time off, and we just kind of got outlasted in that one. But when
And
you
then it
could
just blew open.
when you could trade that one for the two wins versus Carolina
I'll take
in
it.
in just great
All
fashion,
day.
coming back in the third period in both of them, we're all good.
Because again, it's like one of those things. Obviously, every game counts, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, but I would rather play the Blues in the Western Conference on the second day of the back to back than the Hurricanes
Absolutely.
in division.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Hurricanes are in first place. I know I said that your team sucks, but they're having a good year. They just like to blow games against the Panthers. Um,
Oh yeah, and I mean, quick side note. I I will, I will be the one to say I took credit for rage baiting all the Carolina fans, but pour one out for Seth Jarvis. We don't actually like to see players injured, so that does suck.
Yeah.
no, never.
That's not good. We don't
And and, and
in
they were
no world do we want to see that.
and a horrible, well, a pretty bad officiated game in the
Yeah.
sense that,
No, you had it right the first time. It was horrible.
yeah. Um, I don't want to go on a ref rant like I did on ESPN, but
Mhm.
I mean, in a position like that, and Carolina fans like, well, and it's all fans, and when a team wins the cup and is played at a level, and we see it in all sports generally, and sometimes calls just have refs seem to have favoritism, and it's unfortunate. And obviously, bad calls both ways, but by no means I don't think it's any of, well, I don't. It's not Evan Rodriguez's intention to trip the guy and send him into the board or the goalpost and have him out for who knows how long. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's just one of those plays. It's in overtime, 3-on-3. Jarvis has somewhat of a breakaway opportunity. Rodriguez puts his stick out there, trips him up. He's going full speed, and it's just one of those things. So to say that that's a dirty play, uh, again, I'm not saying that the Panthers don't have some dirty-ish players. That to me that's not a dirty play, and it's, I hate to say collateral damage on a tough play, but it's 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 kind of what it is. Should it have been a penalty? I think so. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I'm not denying that. It's just one of those plays, bang bang play. Refs missed another one, like they missed a ton throughout the whole game.
Yeah, that Marchand call was terrible as well. The Phantom trip. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Marchand is the rat for a reason. Yeah, I mean, he can definitely be dirty at times. You know, Brandon Bussey got hit right in the bussy, and that wasn't good for anybody. But like I won't
I
lie, like
mean,
I can't turn a blind eye to that one. That one was pretty blatant. But you know, it is what it is. I guess it's hockey. What are you gonna do? So while it's hockey, we're gonna sit here and make TikToks about it, and and that's it.
yeah, why not? We're having fun with it. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much Carolina, and it, I think the other game was against the Kings, 3-2 against the Kings. Um, tough, tough stretch of games. I guess coming off the Tampa game as well, and that's a physical game. But that wasn't a back to back. Had the day's rest, but overall they just looked really good, and
Mhm.
I I like these close games. And I had said that I just felt like they had not lost, but they weren't doing what they're known for, and that was coming back in games. And I think I might even have said this last week that the first, I don't know, 28 games or so, there were no comeback wins or something like that. we are now seeing the comeback wins start to mount, and I like that. It shows that there's some fight, and they've squeaked out a couple close ones. Obviously, tonight turned into a 5-2 game. It was a comeback win, but I'm just liking what I'm seeing as far as the fight that the team has shown. Um, Anybody throughout the past week you guys want to like shout out that you've liked?
Yeah, I mean, I probably said it last. I probably said it last episode. I don't really remember, but Anton Lundell has been really, really good lately. Like he's scoring at a pace that we've never seen in his career, and at Toulouse Turin, and that stretch when he was out was probably some of the worst hockey the Panthers played. But ever since he came back, it's been the best stretch. So those two guys at the top of the line, who are third liners their whole career, stepped up through all the injuries, and they're young and they could play two ways on the ice. They've done a great job, and I really love what I see out of them.
It's hard to pick just one part of the team, but I'm gonna go with a whole unit as a the defense has been everybody. I mean, everybody has been. I mean, Seth Jones, the conditioning that man has to. That
Yeah.
guy must. That guy's a stallion, bro. He is a stallion. Mikola scored today. I mean, but that obviously, that's not what he does. So that's
Yeah, but to get the
bonus.
first goal on the season,
No, that's
he
good. Yeah,
deserves it.
monkey off the back. But
He deserves
obviously he's not a scoring defenseman. He's big, up in your face, and gonna put you in the boards. Um, we were at the Canes game, and I must have seen, or no, no, no. Well, it was the Blues game. We did lose, but I must have seen Aaron Ekblad dive and put his face in front of a puck, maybe like 6 times in one period. I'm like, this guy really just wants to leave it all out on the ice. Forsling, bro. Everybody like Uvis is playing great. Like it is like everybody in the defense is playing unbelievable right now, and it's just a great thing to see because that's stereotypical system Florida Panthers hockey right there. So it's great.
the way. My thing is freaking out.
Oh
Can you
yeah, yeah, I can hear you now, but I didn't hear the little
all
bit.
right, cut that? But
Yeah.
yeah, so the guy that I'm gonna go with is a guy that has done a lot of things all around the ice, and I feel has stepped up, and that's Evan Rodriguez. I mean,
Mm.
the Panthers in the faceoff circle has been pretty brutal in my opinion, and they haven't won necessarily the clutchest of faceoffs, but I feel like he's done a really good job. He's stepped in. He he's just playing really good. Obviously, we don't really see him too much on the power play or the penalty kill, but I feel like he's just a guy. And I feel like Luosterainen is in the same category where they just do a lot of the little things right. And when they do the little things right, obviously they're not going to light up the score sheet. They're not going to have these great goals, but just little plays here and there that just make the team so much better and hang around in games. So that's who I'm going to go with for
Oh,
this
big
stretch.
plays too, like getting the game-winning goal in a shootout. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, and again, now and then it's going to happen, but I'm saying on a consistent basis, those aren't going to be your guys that are going to
Sure.
show up every night. That's kind of where I'm going
Right.
Yeah.
with
We talked so much in the offseason how about like it felt like Erod was the odd man
the odd
out.
man out. Yeah.
He was gonna get traded, and it's not because of his play or anything. It's just because that's how the contracts were looked like they were working out, and that was the guy that looked like easiest to move. This is a guy that I feel like is so valuable. He's probably the most versatile player we have. He could play the wing, he could play center. He started on the fourth line in the playoffs last year. He ended up playing some first line. See him on the second line. He hops around on the Barkov line, on the Bennett line. He's great in the face-off circle. He's a great teammate, it seems like. He gets that shootout goal. This is a guy that can do so many things, and I'm just very happy that I'm not the GM. You're not the GM because Bill Zito hung on to Erod, and he's been great this year.
Hung on to everybody but who? Vanacek, Nate Schmidt,
Yeah.
I
Sturm.
think, and
Sturm.
Sturm.
Yeah.
Everybody else he hung on to. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, GM of the Century award goes to Bill Zito, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
yeah. And obviously we have the break coming up, holiday break, Christmas break, and I think it's a pretty nice homestand on the horizon as well. I think it's the next 5 at home if you consider the
So
Winter Classic
Didn't
home.
yeah, we
even
got
didn't even look at it.
the next 4 games against 4 Eastern Conference teams in the playoff hunt with Tampa, uh, the Capitals, Montreal, Rangers in the Winter Classic. So then be 4 huge games all at home. Obviously, one's the Winter Classic, so it's gonna be another tough stretch, and hopefully we can get some wins.
Yeah, I think the break is going to be good for them though. Get some rest.
Yeah.
Kachuk, and the three of us have kind of talked about it. I think a Winter Classic return
Mm.
is the storybook type of return here. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's when he returns. But who knows? We may see something sooner.
Mhm.
And yeah, so just to compete, hang into these games, man. If we get 3 out of the 4, or even split, I'd be pretty happy with that. Um, but I look forward to the Winter Classic game. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully that they can take 2 of the first 3 or 3 of the first 3, so it doesn't feel so much of a. And again, I guess when you're in the position, it's not these games aren't necessarily must win, but um, they are definitely important being against Eastern Conference teams. But I don't, if you lose the next 3, that Winter Classic game could almost feel like
Yeah.
a must win type of game. So hopefully they can win the few before that, take a little pressure off for that, have a little bit of fun, and see where it takes us. And I don't even think, I don't know, a Winter Classic game and it's going to be like 70 degrees. I don't,
Bro, they
I
have
don't
to
know
make
how.
the ice thicker and they have to wear different blades. If I
I don't
see
know how I
somebody
feel
get
about
hurt
that.
because of this, I'm gonna lose it, bro.
You know what would be cool though if they, because Lone
If
Depot
we
Park
win.
is closed. They have the, if they could close it in, like make it like 30 degrees in there and have like some fake snow or something, like just to go into the stands,
Yeah.
that would be really cool. Like that would make it 10 times better.
Yeah.
But
Probably
we'll
blow an
see.
AC unit trying to do that though.
Or
But
it'll be
yeah.
it's gonna be interesting for
They
sure.
have a lot of money.
Yeah, they do. That
they
there's
want
no
they want to
shortage of money.
charge $80 to park at Lone Depot Park, so they
No.
can afford the
Gotta make their
AC.
money somehow. They're not making it through the Marlins, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ticket sales are not too good down there. Anyway, on a completely different note, which I didn't know that the Panthers did this, and I'm not a big TV person outside of games, but the Panthers on their YouTube, and I just found this the other day, they have like a almost like a inside the locker room type deal. They mic'd up Paul Maurice on the last episode, and it's like a backstage type view of the Panthers. And the last couple episodes, I think, have been like leading up to the Winter Classic. You guys know about that or no?
no, I honestly had no
Um,
idea,
yeah.
to be
Well,
honest.
I found it, and it's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I know it's something different, but for anybody that might be listening that's not into TV but loves the Panthers, I would check it out. It's on their YouTube page. Um, I enjoyed it, so we'll see how many episodes I make. Hopefully, they keep me engaged, but we'll see. Outside of that, fairly short recap. Tonight, they've playing pretty similar the last couple weeks. They look good. Um, Coming out with some comeback wins. Anything else before we move on to next week and a new year?
Yeah,
This is
I
our
mean
last
we
podcast
we've
for
mentioned it, but man, I'm excited for Matthew Kachuk's return. It's gonna be It's always good to watch him play. It's a NHL superstar that is fun to watch, and I just hope he returns. And you know him. He's gonna go in style and probably score the first game,
Of
then
course,
take a few games off where you don't notice him, and
some
then
type of flick wrister in front of the net. Uh,
yeah,
Let's go here real quick. When he
I know it.
returned,
I knew you were gonna say that because I was like, he already asked me when we were on the Carolina game. I'm like, oh yeah, I know where Nate's brain's going.
we've
We've been
talked
doing
about it.
this, man.
We talked about it, and I'm actually surprised I forgot.
I
I don't
know.
have
I
my
was
notes
like,
with
I
me.
just thought about it too. I was like,
And so where's Matthew Kachuk going when he comes back? Obviously, we saw him play with Sam Bennett, second line. So obviously, when with Marchand on the second line, that second line has been pretty dominant. So where does Matthew Kachuk go when he comes back?
so providing that, the Panthers don't keep us in the dark about this Mackey deal, I would love to see him on a line with Mackie Samoskevich because we saw glimpses of what it was last year, and I feel like Mackie has kind of hit a plateau kind of right now. And I mean, with that being said, actually, he just came off some of his best games. Um, I would love to see him play with Mackie, and I want to say Erod because I don't want to
A-Rod.
mess
yeah,
up
Erod, yeah.
the two lines because
Because
I don't
then
think
who are you going to center
right. You don't
in the
center
third
a different.
line?
Yeah,
So
I would say Erod, but I think that
Yeah,
would be sick.
and we talked about Nate. We talked about like I think right when he comes back, you got to keep the top six where it's at. So it's weird to say Matthew Tkachuk third line. Like I wouldn't view it like that. Like I think it's just how good this team is. But I don't want to mess with those top two lines. So I think if you ease him in, put him with Mackey and Erod, and then right when Paul feels like he has to make a line change, there he is. He's back up and he's with Sam Bennett or he's with Lundell and you call it and it's fine. So I like that strategy. You ease him in. You know, he's gonna help Mackey out a lot. And then
that's
what I really like from this is obviously from a depth level, it makes your the fourth line has obviously it's been Gregor, it's been Studinka, Cunnin. We're gonna have AJ
AJ
Greer
Greer.
back on the fourth line with Jesper Boquist. And I mean those are two really good fourth liners right there. So whatever center they decide to fill that in with either Studinka, Cunnin, or whatever, um, all our four lines right now when he comes back is looking really, really good.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a demotion of Matthew Kachuk. I think it's sticking
No.
Matthew Kachuk in a spot that could elevate other people's games around
The
him.
way we're playing, like you just don't want to mess with anything.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't, you
And
can't,
not right now.
and he's one of the most superstitious people ever. He understands it.
and like,
He comes back and the team just gets so much deeper, man. Like it's actually
yeah.
scary. It is scary how much deeper this team gets when he gets back. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And I'm sure at the end of the year he'll end up being back with Sam Bennett at some point. But I think at the start, don't mess with those lines. But I know eventually it's gonna happen.
You know, a guy, and I know that it's kind of a long term deal, but one that I kind of miss seeing is Tomas Nosek.
Yeah,
I miss seeing him on the ice. Like,
Yeah.
I know it wasn't a huge, standout, pop out in your face guy last year, which fourth liners normally aren't. But I just like the way that he centered the fourth line. So I know he's
yeah.
out long term, but I miss seeing him. So
And and Paul Murray says it all the time. Like right when he came in on that fourth line to replace Nico Sturm in the playoffs last year, it turned around the whole playoff run. And
yeah,
from there, from that point of when he came in, we were down 2-0 to the Maple Leafs, and we only lost 5 games from that point and won 3 series. The Maple Leafs, Carolina, and Edmonton.
I was gonna
yeah,
say we literally won the Maple Leaf series because of
Yeah.
Nosek, Gadjevich, and Greer. That's,
yeah.
I mean,
He
that's who
had the
I
one
credit.
he had the one bad play that you could
Right.
argue
Right.
cost the game, the delay of game penalty after
Whatever.
that. And we gave him a lot. We gave the whole fourth line a lot of props at the end of last season. So
hmm
They bounce
um,
back because they're Panthers. This is what we do. I don't know.
comeback cats.
That's what it is.
Let's go get some points. Um, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. This is the last podcast of 2025. It's been going by pretty fast. The season is flying by. The years are flying by.
Damn,
It's
you sound like
I know.
you're my
I was sitting. I
grandfather
was
or
just
something.
thinking. I'm like, this sounds like a sad ending
Yeah.
to a story, but it's not. 2026, when it starts with the Winter Classic, we will have the episode right after the Winter Classic, and for the We Want Florida podcast,
And we're
happy
not going anywhere,
holidays.
Carolina fans, so
We will see you next year.
Neither is Alfred. He's there too.
He's back there. He's
Kind of
sticking
looks
in there.
creepy. I can't even lie.
And there's your Star Wars
Oh,
light
it's
again.
back!
I know.
What a way to end the year.
Let's go, Cats. Happy New Year.